Man, let's go and kick this thing off, man. Welcome back to another episode of Keep It
Yeah, yeah.
Thorough Thursdays, episode 73 to be exact. And today we're gonna be talking about expanding your networking skills. Sorry about the little technical difficulties at the beginning of this, right? But as y'all hopefully can see, we've made some significant improvements in a few different areas. You know what I'm
My video
saying?
is not gonna be freezing.
First and foremost, we his video ain't gonna be freezing, right? The audio quality is superb. You know what I mean? We introduced the mics last week, and this week, you know what I mean, we didn't upgraded the cameras to make sure that the camera quality matched the audio quality. Because again, quality is important to us. Is very important to us. So with all that said and done, man, let's go ahead and kick off these introductions, man. So yeah, it's your boy E Double.
Yeah, yeah. What's up, good people? Cedric Lavelle, and as I say every week, thank you for tuning in to Keep It Thorough Thursdays, where we just give you the real behind business, health, money, and self-development, and introduce engaging concepts that'll help you perform better in all areas of life. Episode 73, man. We've been knocking these episodes out for a minute. But this particular episode about expanding your networking skills will certainly be informative. E and I have had our experiences with business and networking and connecting with people. And so a lot of the ideas and the value that we find in networking and some of the things that you can do to improve has paid off for us. And you know, hopefully what we speak about and some of the things that we introduce through this conversation can help you out and potentially net you some gains in the end.
Yeah, for sure. And I think networking is a very important topic, whether professional or personally. I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand how to truly network, because you don't always see a return from that relationship right away. Sometimes it may be delayed, but yeah. So let's go and get into it, man. So first segment here: net gains, benefiting from relationships that work. So Seth, what is networking, man? Do this how we always do. What is networking?
Absolutely, man. So with networking, it's about being in the right place at the right time and connecting with the right people. And as you're networking, what you're wanting to do is just simply build relationships, make these connections with individuals, with like-minded people who are navigating in an industry that you're wanting to pursue or that you're currently active in or contributing to. So that's basically what networking is. So building relationships, connecting with people, seeing how you can be of benefit to others and how they can be of benefit to you. And like he was just saying, it doesn't have to be in the near term. It can be a long term game. I know I can speak for Eric and I. It took a few months or maybe a year or two before we really connected on a more business partnership type of level. But we had been building a rapport with each other since our days working together. You know what I'm saying? And so when it comes to networking, it's all about just nurturing those relationships, right? And finding where you can add value to someone else, and really doing your due diligence, right? And so with this particular episode, as we're discussing expanding your networking skills, what we're really referring to is you doing the work, right? Really just putting in the work to reap the benefits of the results, doing the things that are necessary from a professional standpoint and from a personal standpoint as well, where you can be an asset to someone else. You know what I'm saying? Where you can, sharpen your skill set in different areas of your business and what you're doing specifically, and being able to insert that into a group you know what I'm saying, of individuals that you're networking with, that you're connecting with, where you know what you can offer, you know what you bring to the table, you're confident in the things that you can do. And by doing that and continuing to expand your networking skills, you become more beneficial. You become more valuable. People take more of an interest in you because it's like, they see you progressing and doing things that are useful and can help them connect the dots in the end, right? And so when it comes to networking, it's all about, like I said, connecting the dots. It's all about being in the right place at the right time and connecting with the right people. And by doing so, you can nurture relationships that can last for, years and years. And at the same time, you can get some gains out of that. You know what I'm saying? You can get some wins out of those relationships. So that's what networking is, man. Connecting with the right people, being in the right place at the right time, but also expanding your skill set, learning more, doing more, educating yourself more, and being more of an asset. That way you can, really help somebody else out. And at the same time, they can do the same thing in return. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So it's beneficial to do that. So as we do every week, I'm gonna give you 3 quick things that you just want to, jot down or keep a mental note of as it relates to expanding your networking skills. And then we're gonna go to the next slide. So 1, a willingness to network allows you to connect with potential business partners, clients, investors that can move your career or venture forward. So that's basically what I was just explaining to you just now. You know what I'm saying? You're networking to make these connections, to partner with people, and those particular people may be the ones that can, take your ideas and your path and accelerate that in leaps and bounds, right? So secondly, good networking can gain you access to industry trends and information that can elevate your role as a professional. And that's always a good thing, right? Like, you want to get access. You want to be able to elevate your role. You want to be able to make the progress that you need to make. I mean, anybody that's in business wants to see progress. You know what I'm saying? And you see that progress by networking and connecting with the right people. And then lastly, networking with the right people can enhance your professional reputation and put you around other like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? And so again, you want to be somebody that's reputable. You know what I'm saying? You want to be somebody that has credibility in the industry. You want to be somebody where people speak about you and they say, "Oh yeah, such and such is a good dude." You know what I'm saying? Working with Eric was great. You know what I'm saying? You're getting referrals, you're getting all these positive comments and feedback as it relates to who you are and what you do. So you certainly want to do that as it relates to networking. But as you make that progress, as you make those changes, as you recognize what you bring to the table, you know what I'm saying? As you see what your craft is and what your skill set is, and you sharpen that, you can definitely see your networking increase for sure. You dig?
Yeah, no,
I had to put that in there,
absolutely.
man.
And
I'm sorry.
I think we lost our live stream on. It looks like it's off on Facebook and on YouTube. So we'll just deal with that on the back end. But for those of y'all listening on Spotify, you ain't gonna experience nothing but good high quality
Boy,
audio.
the devil
so
be busy, man. Can't let your boys be great, man.
Hey man, whenever you change one thing, something else gotta gotta
you know
break and change
that's like
too,
with a
man. It's just
vehicle.
the law of averages,
It's
man.
all good, bro.
So next on the list, man, is bridging gaps, right? So 5 ways to connect with the right people. So said obviously kind of covered what networking is, some of the benefits of networking, and how it can benefit you, professionally, which is kind of more so the way that we're framing this particular episode. But a lot of this applies to your personal life as well. But so 5 ways to connect with the right people. So number 1 on the list, establish your networking goals, right? So networking goals provide direction and purpose, allowing you to make intentional connections that lead to valuable opportunities and collaborations. And so what does that mean and what does that look like? Establish your networking goals. Well, as a professional or business owner, entrepreneur, whatever it is, you should be focused in a particular area, right? So for instance, if you're a real estate investor, then you should have some very specific goals that you're trying to accomplish as it pertains to real estate, right? Maybe you want to learn more about wholesaling, or maybe you want to learn more about the process of securing a loan, and just various different things. I don't know, whatever those goals are, but you should have very clear established networking goals, right? So then put yourself in the right places to network and rub elbows with those people, right? And by having those clear goals, it makes it easier to determine where those places may be, right? So if your end goal is to learn more about wholesaling, right, and you want to network with folks in that realm, then okay, look up wholesaling groups on Facebook, right? Go watch wholesaling videos on YouTube. See if you can find some seminars, right? Go comment on videos of wholesalers and try to, build a relationship with those individuals, So the point here is just to be very intentional with what you're looking to accomplish, while networking, and then set those networking goals, which will help you, achieve, success in that particular area, right? Next on the list is attend industry events and conferences, which I just mentioned this, right, with the attending events. No quicker way to find individuals that are knowledgeable in a particular area than to attend an event or a conference about that particular topic, right? Like, you're going to be surrounded by folks who are either very knowledgeable or also students of whatever it is, right? And then you can, communicate with them. You can, share information, because maybe this person was there to, even though, two students, quote unquote, are at the same conference looking to learn, you guys may have different strengths, right? So you may be able to help them understand something that they didn't fully understand, and they may be able to do the same with you, right? So perfect place to network. What I think a lot of people don't realize, and maybe this is just because of the the pyramid schemes and all that, right? But I don't think people really understand the significance in the role, attending conferences and seminars and events, like the benefit that they can truly have on you, right? And some people, sometimes those seminars and events and conferences may have a price tag attached. Now, do your due diligence, do your homework, right? If this is a brand new conference that hasn't been around for very long and they're charging $5,000, I probably wouldn't do that one, right? But if there's something that's, charging $500 or something, it's been around, this is the 10th annual, it has raving reviews, you can go watch YouTube videos about it, people praising it, there's Facebook groups, all that type of stuff. That's a lot of information that can kind of make you a little bit more comfortable and confident that, you're going to get your money's worth, right? But definitely attending industry events and conferences is a great way to connect and meet people and network in a particular area, right? Next on the list is create and maintain a strong online presence. So building a professional and engaging online presence through platforms such as LinkedIn, industry-specific forums, and social media channels help showcases your expertise and interests. If you're trying to learn something, or you're trying to get exposure, or you have a product or something like that, like, you can't be in a silo. You can't, like, people can't know you don't exist, right? Like, you got to put yourself front and center, right? And then you want to make sure that, as was outlined here, that it's professional and engaging. You know what I mean? Like, so be very mindful of the image that you portray. Now, this isn't to say, care so much what people think, but you should care enough about yourself, right? Care enough about yourself, and have high standards for yourself to maintain that professional and engaging online presence. Because at the end of the day, when we're talking about business, you gotta separate personal and business, right? And you have to look at it from the eyes of a consumer or business partner or client or whatever the case may be. And if you were in their shoes, would you want to do business with you, right? And if you come off as unprofessional, unprepared, all these various different things, then people aren't going to want to do business with you. They're not going to want to work with you, right? And if all you got to say to that is, oh, well, I'm being me, then, I mean, that's not going to work out very well for you, right? So make sure you create and maintain a strong online presence, by building professional and engaging, building a professional and engaging online presence through platforms like LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very good asset for highlighting your work skills, right? It's also a great place to find talent. It's a great place to network and find other people who are, have a similar, interests and similar profession, where you can chat with them and build a rapport, and then potentially work together and help each other. So next on the list is offer value to others. And this is very, 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 very important. And this is what separates a leech versus somebody who's really trying to network, right? What are you bringing to the table, right? If all you doing is trying to extract information and pick somebody's brain all the time and you don't got nothing of value, it doesn't make the other person feel good. It makes them feel used, right? Absolutely. So offer value. Now, what is that value, right? You got to find out, right? If you're a lawyer starting out and you're mentoring or shadowing a more established lawyer, you might need to play assistant. Volunteer. Ask them to do some of the things that they don't want to do, that they don't want to do, right? Make yourself useful, right? Send out the emails. I don't know what lawyers do, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is they do, I'm sure there's some grunt work involved that you can probably do to take off their plate. And that same concept applies to whatever industry or whatever type of networking you're trying to do. Do something to be useful. You may not be able to add the same type of value to them that they can add to you on as far as the knowledge transfer goes, but you can be a good friend. You can be a good ally. You can be a good, if they're looking for business and, you're talking to somebody who may be looking for a service that they offer, connect those people. You know what I'm saying? Like help them out, because they're helping you out. So be sure to offer some value, right? So actively seeking opportunities to help and support others in your network can strengthen your relationships and create a positive reputation, right? So again, this is one of those situations where it's like, okay, if you're constantly asking for help and guidance and all these things from this person, over time, they're going to realize like, well, damn, like what are they doing for me? You know what I mean? Like this is a very one-sided relationship, right? And then now they're not going to want to make that time to help you anymore. They're not going to want to make that time to, do those things. But now if they look at you as a friend, as an ally, as somebody they can count on, as valuable, then now it switches from a viewpoint of, I don't got time for that, to let me make time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Let me make time for this person. Like I appreciate this person and what they do and stand for. So I'll make time. So very important to offer value to others. And
I always make time for you, bro. I just want to let you know that.
I always make time for you too, bro. Every Thursday at 7:30. All right, but look. So last on the list is ask for introductions and referrals. So when you identify individuals in your network with valuable connections or insight, reaching out and requesting introductions can open doors to new opportunities. And it's really as simple as this: a closed mouth don't get fed, right? If you meet somebody, y'all have a very good relationship, and there's other individuals in their circle who may be of benefit to you, ask them to introduce you or to refer you or to it's really as simple as that. There's not even anything else to add to that. So don't be afraid to ask for that. Ask for them to introduce you or for a referral so that y'all can connect. It's looking like we might have lost Sid. Yeah, you're on Riverside. It says recording continues smoothly. Live video will return when their internet improves. So it's probably having like an internet issue, which might explain what's going on with the live streams too. Okay, so yeah. So we'll fix that on the back end. But cool. So what's the impact, right? What's the impact of bridging the gap? So bridging the gap in networking involves establishing mutually beneficial relationships that help connect yourself and others to where they want to be, right? So as simple as that, right? Bridging the gap is essentially think about a lake, and then think about land on each side of the lake, right? And you're on the right side of the lake, and they're on the left side of the lake, right? What you want to do is build a bridge to connect y'all, to help y'all get to where y'all need to go, because they may need something that's on your side and you may need something that's on their side. You guys can meet in the middle, communicate, and then help you get to, to the other sides, right? So just make sure that you're always networking, continuing to network, because it's a way to learn new things, to challenge yourself, put yourself in uncomfortable situations, and grow, right? So the benefit is helping you get to where you want to go, helping you get to where you want to be, helping you learn what you want to know, and all of those various different things. So anything you wanted to add to that said?
Nah, bro. I just more specifically when we talk about like referrals and stuff like that, in order for you to feel confident about asking someone to do something for you, you have to know that you've done something for them. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be confident in what you can contribute and what you offer. That way you can go to somebody and say, hey, I know that you know such and such. Would you mind doing a warm handoff, a soft handoff, and putting us in the same room and introducing us? You know what I'm saying? People will be more inclined to do those types of things if you're doing the things to expand your networking skills. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing the things that are advancing your understanding or are improving your knowledge of a certain concept or service or product or industry or whatever the case may be, but always make certain that you're doing the necessary work where you can feel confident when asking somebody to do something for you, to put you in those rooms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to reputation, right? Like, if somebody has built up a very solid and strong reputation, especially in a particular area or industry, and then now you're coming in, they've spent years and years and years and years establishing these relationships, building their knowledge base, bridging the gaps, no pun intended. And then you come in and they don't have a lot of confidence in you, right? And then now you're asking to meet who they know, asking all these questions. Like, they're not gonna do that because they're putting their reputation on the line, right? Like why'd you give him my information? Why did you tell him to reach out to me? Like, this dude don't even know what he's talking about. Like, it's a waste of time. Like, you know what I mean? And now they're not gonna want to deal with that other person now, because now they're gonna be looking at them crazy and questioning their intentions and all those types of things, right? So if before you ask for introductions and referrals and all those various things, to Said's point, you got to make sure that you're building up a solid reputation with the individual, right?
Absolutely.
You got to make sure that you're adding value. You got to make sure that you have clear networking goals. You got to make sure that you're doing everything in your power to be an asset, right, and not a liability,
Right.
right? Like, you got to provide some sort of value, right? Now, again, it may not be initially, it may not be mutually beneficial, right? Because when you're first starting out and you're searching for mentors, you may not be able to add much value, but find something you can do. You know what I mean? Like, what can you do? Call the person on the birthday, wish them a happy birthday. You know what I mean? Like, if it's their kid's birthday, give them a gift. You know what I mean? Like, do something to show these people that you care and that you're not just trying to use them. You know what I mean? Like, that's the important part here, because it's all about intent, and people aren't stupid. You know what I mean? Especially these intelligent individuals that you're looking to pick their brain for knowledge. Like, they can pick up on that over time. So, yeah, don't just go in trying to bogart you. It's just not going to work out for you. And smart people aren't going to let you mess up their reputation because you don't care.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So,
all facts.
so cool. So next on the list is good ground, right? So we're gonna go over 5 useful ways to grow your base. And I apologize to y'all in advance, man. I feel like this episode ain't being the smoothest with these videos.
I don't know what you saying. Like
For y'all that
I got
for y'all that are watching live, obviously Spotify, Apple Music, all that, like it'll be perfectly fine for y'all. And then those who watch, watch back on YouTube, it'll be perfectly fine for y'all too, I'm sure. But some crazy stuff is going on live.
I don't know what you see, bro.
For sure,
Cause I got the YouTube live on and it's been working fine.
Yeah, see, when I got it pulled up, it's not like I keep having to refresh it and stuff, and then I keep having the same on like Facebook. But maybe it's on my end. Maybe I'm tripping, and maybe I just said that for no reason. But we shall see, right? But so
It's all good.
Final segment. So good ground. 5 useful ways to grow your base, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and let Sed take the first 3. I'll take the last 2, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this thing
Why
up.
you always gotta give me the biggest number? Why I can't do 2 and you do 3?
Well, normally it's an even number, and you wanted to throw an odd one. So
I
you
did
can go
I
ahead
did
and
a
take
bonus
the
one
extra
in there. That's what it was.
Yeah, so you can bonus it.
I take the bonus one.
You can.
Nah. All right. So 5 useful ways to grow your base, right? And so it's just this is really about, truthfully, about the last part of what he was saying about, intent. You know what I'm saying? And doing some of the things to show that you're really rooting for someone and not just trying to use them, right? And so some of the things that we're going to list off is going to give you an idea of what direction that you should go to make certain that you're really establishing a solidified position in someone's life and in their professional journey to help them along the way. So one is stay updated on your contact's career objectives and needs. So staying informed about your contact's career goals and needs allows you to tailor your networking efforts to provide relevant support and opportunities to help them achieve their goals, right? And so basically what you want to do in this particular aspect is just know what they're wanting to do. You know what I'm saying? What are their career objectives? What direction are they trying to go? What position are they looking to get themselves in an industry? What are some of their needs? What are some of their points of emphasis where as it relates to their business, and how can you insert yourself in what you do to help them out, right? And so just being in the know of what their objectives are, and anytime that you may come across some good information or somebody who may know something or somebody who may know somebody, just being resourceful is really what it boils down to. But when you're doing that, you're really showing yourself as someone who is, an asset. As he was saying, you're an asset and not a liability. You're bringing something to the table. You're adding value to the relationship and not just looking to get things, but you're willing to add to it and doing it on your doing it with good intention. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily having to be provoked to do something. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that you feel that is useful for this individual, and you're taking the necessary steps to do it, right? And so the next one is provide value consistently to maintain their interests. Consistently offering value to your contacts through knowledge sharing, introduction, or resources keeps them engaged and invested in the value of the established relationship, right? And so I always believe that in everything that you do, you want to make it beneficial. You know what I'm saying? And what that really just boils down to is it's just value. People love value. That's just the just the skinny of it. I think that's the word that they use. You know what I'm saying? It's just the gist of it. Add value. End of the day, you want to do something, you want to help somebody out, add value. Be valuable.
Yeah.
Like don't take away from a situation or just look to leech off of someone or not be very resourceful, but add value. Add something to whatever it is that they have going on, and do it consistently. You know what I'm saying? Consistency is key. If you're showing yourself consistently and you're regularly doing certain things that show that you're paying attention and that you're really involved in the partnership and wanting to see it thrive and progress, People recognize that. So consistently add value. And then the third one is remember key details and milestones. Remembering important details and milestones in your contacts' lives or careers demonstrates that you value and care about their journey and personal well-being. And so, like E was just saying a few minutes ago, if it's a birthday, if it's something that's going on with the kids, an anniversary, work anniversary, wedding anniversary, you know what I'm saying? Some achievement that they recently got, whatever the case may be, remembering those things and reaching out, saying, hey man, happy birthday. I know your birthday today. Wish you well. Da 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 da. Hey, I saw that your kid just graduated. Congratulations. Whatever, whatever. Just doing those things.
And people really appreciate the kid stuff,
Oh
man.
yeah,
I'll tell you.
absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Showing that you're invested in more than just the business aspect of certain things, right? And to each his own when it comes to how you navigate, I guess you would say, in the business realm. But me personally, if I'm really doing business with you, you know what I'm saying, and we're partners and we're frequently interacting and engaging in one another, I'm gonna want to like you. Like I don't want to do work with you if I don't really like you, because I feel it's pointless. Like that's not beneficial to me. You know what I'm saying? And I can always just kind of circle back on how we even got to this point with the podcast, right? Again, if you heard our story, he asked me a question about, creating something or having an idea to add value to others, you know what I'm saying, and to be impactful to others. And I was all for it. I'm like, yeah, I'm good with that. I think that can work out. But at the same time, as we progressed on that journey, we learned more things about each other. You know what I'm saying? We talk about our kids often. We congratulate each other on certain wins and things like that, or wishing each other happy birthdays and all those other types of things. But we genuinely have a respect for one another, but we like each other. We talk often. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like the thriving partnerships and the most beneficial and successful ones, the people generally like each other. I would say Warren Buffett and what's his partner's name? I can't remember the guy's name.
I don't know, but he real cool with Bill Gates too.
Huh?
I said I don't know, but I know he real cool with Bill Gates too.
Yeah, but those
network.
relationships, man, like these people have been interacting with one another for years. You know what I'm saying? And so, when you build a good rapport with people and build a solid relationship with people and just invested in them wholeheartedly, it definitely makes for a better partnership and a better situation long term for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. And one of these weeks, say I won't say the last one after he finishes because it's still more.
Oh, that was the last one. My bad.
That his last one. No, I'm joking. But so next on the list is celebrating praise achievements publicly. So publicly acknowledging and celebrating your contacts' achievements shows support and appreciation, raises their visibility, and shows your selflessness, right? So this is just kind of one of those things where it's like, don't be a hater. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're trying to network with this person and they trying to add value to your life, you should hopefully be adding value to their life. And, depending on, whatever industry they're in or whatever success that they have, like, go ahead and post it, reshare it. You know what I mean? Like it, comment, and especially when it's professional or their business, something that affects their livelihood or their income, you can do a lot by just sharing. You know what I mean? Like I've seen a bunch of memes where it says support costs nothing, right? You could just share a post.
Yep.
You could just give a contact information. You could just share some information. You know what I mean? And that's really what this is, right? So like celebrating praise achievements. If your guy's a real estate agent and he just sold a house, like, you know what I mean? Go ahead and repost it. You know what I mean? Hey, you looking for a house? Reach out to my guy. You know what I'm saying? and that same thing applies to whatever industry that they're in, you know, or whatever that they do. Just be sure to celebrate them and praise their accomplishments, and then the likelihood for them to do the same for you increases, right? And it shows that you just care, man, and that you're not a hater, right? Like nobody wants someone who's a leech. You know what I mean? That's really the simplest way I can put it. And like over time, if you're just constantly trying to take, and you're not really giving anything, they're not gonna want to work with you. They're not gonna want to help you, right? And it's gonna tarnish your reputation, right? And then especially if they're the type of person, if they're like well known in that given industry, because now they don't want to work with you,
Right.
and now you're obviously still looking for somebody to work with and get knowledge from, and then you may end up rubbing elbows with one of their colleagues, and then they see that y'all are working together, and then they're gonna tell their colleague like, yeah, I don't know, man, be careful,
Trust that guy.
you know what I mean? I wouldn't trust, you know what I mean? And it just creates a very bad situation. So just be good to people, you know, add value however you can, right? It doesn't have to be massive value. You don't have to provide the same level of value to them that they're providing to you. Hopefully, eventually you can.
Right.
But in the interim, just do something, right? And that something can come in the form of celebrating and praising them for their achievements, right? So, last on the list is reach out and stay top of mind. So, regularly reaching out to your contacts, whether through personalized messages, check-ins, you know, sharing relevant content, text messages, whatever, just helps you stay on the top of their mind, and really helps to cement that relationship, right? Because at the end of the day, I think you get better business relationships if you form better friendships, right? Now, not to say you got to be best friends with all of your business partners and mentors and all that. Not to say that, but to at least have some sort of rapport. You know what I mean? You want to build rapport with those types of people, and by regularly checking in, hey, how's it going? What you got going on? What's new? You know what I mean? Hey, this is what I got going on. You know, whatever the case may be, it just keeps you on the top of their mind. And you know, shows that you care, that you're interested, and you know, just all in all, just creates a good environment for all of those involved, right?
Absolutely.
So, said you want to hit us with the final thought?
No doubt. So expanding your networking skills establishes a solid foundation to build yourself and others. As you cultivate meaningful relationships and continuously nurture those connections, you can position yourself for more professional success. Fuel your growth and propel your business forward by expanding your networking skills and setting yourself up to experience elevation and advancement in your career, right? And so really everything that we detailed throughout this whole, you know what I'm saying, discussion, from the ways to grow your base, and then, you know what I'm saying, with the 5 ways to connect with the right people, just utilizing those strategies can really take your skills in networking up to another level. You know what I'm saying? Because now your focus is a little bit different, and especially when you're navigating in the professional world, like relationships are key. You know what I'm saying? Being around the right people is key. But if you're continuing to sharpen your networking skills and doing the things as you engage, but also doing the things when you're just away and you're learning and you're sharpening your tools, it's one of those situations where it's like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. You know what I'm saying? And if you're connected with the right people, and they're out being active and rubbing shoulders with people and these types of things, and they come across somebody that may be of benefit to you, because you've done the work, because you've expanded your networking skills, because you've continued to show yourself as a reputable and a credible person, now you get yourself into a situation that you wouldn't have gotten into if you didn't have that contact. You know what I'm saying? And so you want to just be mindful of that, right? Like do right by people, you know what I'm saying? And do the things that are necessary to make certain that you can nurture that relationship in the right way.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. And networking is just very important, man, because you can't do anything alone. And to me, networking is a way to expedite that process of acquiring knowledge and kind
Capital
of
too.
learning about the pitfalls and capital, right, for potential investors, all of that, right, and by building up a solid network and networking effectively, you can, as I mentioned earlier, strengthen your brand reputation, right? That will give investors the confidence to invest in you, right? Like, oh, okay, man, this is a sharp fella, or this is a sharp lady. You know what I mean? Like, she knows her stuff. Obviously,
Did you just say
she needs
fella?
some assistance in
You
these.
said sharp fella?
Man, it's just that's what came to
That's a
mind,
Minnesota
bro.
thing.
It's a solid fella, man. That's a say it on the road. Well, hey, man, we
Hey man, you said
that's a solid gentleman. That's a solid
I don't know,
fella,
man. Fella,
But
you saying fella
but
just
you
kind of sounded off to me. Sounded real old.
sounded off. Hey man, that's a real nigga. This guy.
All right, brother. You ain't got it. No,
No. Hey. But y'all get the gist, right? Like, very important, right? To properly network. It's very effective for relationship building, for knowledge transfer, all of the above, right? It's a very useful tool in understanding how to properly network, right? Like, networking isn't, oh, let me go find people who I can benefit from. You know what I mean? Like,
wrong mindset to have.
It's not how it works. You know what I mean? Like, let me go find people that I can help and they can also help me. You know what I mean? Now, I may not be able to help them as much initially as they can help me, but that is my intent, right? Because as I continue to grow, learn, and develop in this realm, I'm gonna, my intent is to give back, right? So not only to help the people who helped me, but also to help those like me that are coming up, right? And also trying to learn, whatever the case, whatever the skill set or knowledge in whatever industry, right? So, but yeah, man. But so with all that said, we greatly appreciate y'all for tuning in. If there were technical difficulties for dealing with, working through the technical difficulties, I guess I won't know until we go play it back. On my end, it looked like it was kind of freezing and stuff a little bit, but I kind of got a lot going on my screen right here, so it could have just been on my end, because we got some comments on YouTube saying that the video was fine. I didn't get any comments on Facebook, so I don't know, but Facebook seemed like it was okay, but again, for those of y'all on Spotify, the audio podcast platforms, like I said, the audio, everything gonna be A1 for y'all, nothing to worry about. But yeah, hopefully y'all can hear the improvement in the audio, and then the ones that watch, you see the improvements in the video. We'll make adjustments. Because I can tell y'all right off the bat, I don't like my camera placement right here, and I wasn't able to really look at the camera like I would like. I need to kind of bring that down. So little small things like that.
You was going through this whole thing critiquing yourself.
Well, you know what I mean? Hey, I like to be honest. I like to be transparent, right? Like that's the whole point of keeping it thorough. We keeping it thorough, you know what I'm saying? Like,
already.
Hey, we going to be professional and drop the gems and give you good knowledge, but I'm gonna be real with y'all too. You know what I mean? That's what keeping it thorough is all about, right? So, you had anything else you wanted to add, Sid?
Nah, bro, we good, man.
All right, so I'm about to go ahead and go watch Denver smack on Miami.
Oh man, that's gonna be.
I'm gonna put this on tape. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put this on wax, as they say, right? I got Denver in 5.
I ain't
6 tops.
I'm not gonna sit here and debate with you and say anything, because I don't have no dog in the fight. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't got no dog in the fight either, but you can make a prediction.
Well, I like Jimmy Butler, but I'm gonna go with the Heat.
I like
I'm
Jimmy.
gonna go with the Heat. You wanna know why?
I like
you wanna
Jim-
know why
I
I'm gonna
like
go with the
Jimmy
Heat?
Buckets.
You wanna know why I'm gonna go with the Heat?
Why?
Because the Nuggets beat the Lakers. That's why. So I want to see them lose. Yeah, I'm salty.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
see, we might need to redo emotional
I
intelligence.
ain't nothing. My emotional intelligence is perfectly fine. Okay. Hey, true. Hey. On the real though, my wife.
you can't be making decisions off of your emotional
My
attachments.
wife
man.
was getting on me when the Lakers was playing. She's like, "See, that's why I'm wanting you to watch this game because you get too emotionally involved." It was some moments, man. I'm like, "Oh, come on, what are we doing? What's going on?" But it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
You got Joker from the half court.
Bro, he played like he was in space. One of them things in Space Jam. Like,
Space.
What type of superpowers he got where he can just shoot the ball like that big?
Joker out there looking like monsters.
They're gonna have to test him. You know what I'm saying? Something's going on with him. I don't know.
Nah, come on now. He is not. He do not need to be tested.
just
That
playing.
boy. Come on. Look at the way he moves. That boy. Ain't nothing fast.
Boy, look like he moving out there in sand. Boy, pick your feet up.
I mean, hey, but he get the job done.
Nah, he do, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Jokic is a beast, man. Jokic is a beast. I don't know what.
Hey, man, Joker best player in the league, bro.
I give it to him. Yeah, he right. I mean, he averaging a triple double. Triple double right now.
A 30-point
triple
triple-double. A 30-point triple-double in the playoffs. And they would have gave him the MVP again this year if he wouldn't have just got it the previous.
As a big
You know what I'm
man
saying?
like that, yeah. Hey, the boy nice, man.
Rebounds, assists, drop some buckets on you. But I do like Jimmy though.
I like Jimmy Butler too.
Yeah, I don't. Yo, bro said, yeah, they balling. I said the same. Don't see nothing from Miami they can expose. And that's why you play. He said that's why you play football. So I'm thinking that might be you. I played football too.
He's
but I
talking
think
about me. It's all right.
talking about-
All right. I don't know what I'm saying. I ain't doing no tripping.
I wish I knew the context of what you was saying. That.
Then we ain't even gonna worry about it.
Yeah. No. But yeah, man. Hey, so with all that said, man, if you don't do nothing else, keep it thorough, and we'll holler at y'all next week.
Yeah.
Deuces.